¿Qué onda, gente de Monterrey Rock? Aquí estamos ya con la entrevista prometida con los chicos de Steve N Seagulls. Hi guys, how are you doing? How is everything there?
Hello, it's perfect. We're just now in Sweden, touring here for a couple of weeks.
Sweden, yeah, and you have a tour in the US in September, if I'm not mistaken, right?
True. Yeah.
Cool.
We go there for let's say 4 weeks maybe.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shows. I see like a book, completely packed schedule. So that must be very, very cool. Hey guys, I want to know, so your last record, Another Miracle, was back in 2020. And in there, one of the songs among them, it's Master of Puppets from Metallica. And I want to know, what do you think about this song becoming like popular again, like thanks to Stranger Things? Like, do you think the inclusion of this kind of genre helps to, I don't know, spread it in the popular culture?
Well, I think at least it was kind of a funny thing that it became popular again, since it's like a huge song in metal genre. But of course, through TV series and stuff like that, it helps maybe classic songs like that to reach new audiences, maybe even younger audiences or people that don't listen to metal. So I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. It's a good thing, I think. It's good music, so.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. In this case, like being popular again and with your versions, like, I don't know, like bluegrass versions or country versions of metal songs, what do you think it's that people like about that? Because it's very, like, it gets your attention. So, for example, Thunderstruck, like 7 years ago, I remember watching it on YouTube and I was like, I didn't expect this at all, but it was a very cool thing. So what do you think gets the attention of people for these versions?
I think it's maybe the contrast between the original and the instrumentation in our versions, and that kind of a approach. It's to us, it's very much fun to try to play those thrash metal or heavy metal riffs with these instruments. So maybe that's one angle. But then again, we take it really seriously and try to make our best on those instruments and try to play as well as we can. So
right, because it comes with new arrangements and everything. I'm very curious about, I know you guys are from Finland, and I know like music has no borders and it's universal and all that, but one wouldn't associate a bluegrass band with Finland immediately. Yeah, normally. So I want to know, like, where did that come from? Like, how do you come up with the idea of putting this music genre and mix it with metal and rock? Because it's something that mostly no one expects, and from Finland, it's like something that's completely out of the box from normal genres.
Well, I suppose at first this was kind of a side project and just maybe a way to try new things, and maybe the bluegrass influence came through the instrumentation, and then how to mix these instruments with metal or thrash metal songs or classic rock songs is maybe that's those genres of music have really strong riffs and a lot of stuff to play with stringed instruments. So I guess there is a small bluegrass scene in Finland, but maybe on our case it came through like a side project and just trying out new things.
Oh yeah.
Right, and with this project, I mean, I know you've been in big stages, like for example, Wacken, which is like, you know, the holy ground for metal and everything. Like, it's the biggest festival in the world. So how do you feel about this side project getting to like literally the biggest stage in that genre?
Well, it's been overwhelming. Like last night we played for maybe 80 people.
Okay.
The night before that, just in the small garden, and last week big festivals in Central Europe. So it's funny that we can still play in many kinds of venues and for many size of audiences. But yes, it's very overwhelming that we we got this far.
And even though it started as a side project, now it's now it over the years it has become like the main thing for us, and also we are all really lucky to be able to do this full time, so we don't have to do anything else. But we tour a lot, maybe 130 or 140 shows a year, so it's pretty hard work too.
That's a lot. That's a lot of dates. That's very cool. I want to know that recently there was a TikTok trend from Iron Maiden, and your cover for the Trooper got like a big highlight for it. Even though that cover it's like from 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Like, how do you feel like it having like a second boom now in this platform?
Well, it's always welcome to have that kind of attention from the original makers. So, and Iron Maiden is still killing it, and still huge band. So feels good.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, it kind of gives approval to that. They don't see it as a bad thing, because even though we have a lot of fun with this, it's also a way to kind of honor the great ones in this kind of music. So it's kind of nice to see that they also see it that way, that they don't see it as a joke.
Yeah, and especially because as you mentioned, Maiden is like an institution in the genre. So like having one of the makers like looking at your work, it must feel pretty good. Speaking of classic bands, there are some covers that I particularly there are some versions of songs I particularly enjoy, like the November Rain version you had, and the most recent you released for Still Loving You from Scorpions. What's the challenge on grabbing a song that's already recorded and putting like your essence? I don't remember who said this phrase, but someone said that in order to have a good cover, you don't have to play it exactly like that, but you have to find a way to put your essence into it. And I think you guys excelled at that. But what's the challenge of being able to do it?
Well, the challenge is maybe to maintain the most important parts of the song, and not go too far from the original, but still have the sound of Steve N Seagulls involved.
And
and maybe really dig into the song in a way that you're able to find the core elements of the song, like the strongest riffs and maybe some rhythmic parts or whatever they are, and then kind of preserve those, and then, as Herman said, then add in our own flavor.
Yeah, and the approach is not the same in every case. It's like depending on the song. Sometimes we want to make like a totally different mood, and then maybe just go with the riffs and melodies, or
just like going with the flow. I particularly enjoyed the Still Loving You version because it feels nostalgic as the original, but not sad, like, because it's a higher tempo. You play with the arpeggios and the banjo, so it's like it brings a new life to the song. I want to know, like, Another Miracle. It was released in 2020, and it had again Master of Puppets, My Sharona, which is one of the greatest songs from the past decades, Money Talks, and so many more. But when can we expect like a new record? Are you working on anything? Are you allowed to spoil which songs are coming?
Well, we got a rough plan on going to studio next January, and the song list is still like, it's very much open.
Okay,
it's like a blank paper.
We have been talking about different songs, but there's nothing certain yet. But I don't know if we have anything to reveal. We don't have anything so ready that we could reveal anything.
Yeah, maybe
it could be like originals only, covers
Okay.
on or a mix.
A mixed.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Being that you're gonna be touring in September in the US, is there any chance you'll come to Mexico or other countries to Latin America? Because I know the reception from the audience here for your music has been like very, very, very big. So when do you plan on visiting and playing a show for us?
Hopefully very soon.
Yeah.
We have some plans for
Yeah.
2023
Okay.
on coming to Mexico and maybe some other countries around there, but it's still a little bit rough plan because of all the stuff that has been going on for the past 2 years.
Right.
Schedule is still a little bit mixed up, but we have a strong hope that we would come to Mexico in 2023. So
Awesome.
next year maybe.
Next year.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
To come. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Being that you mentioned that you have an open list for the upcoming record, would you consider maybe adding some mariachi songs in Bluegrass style or something like that?
There could be flavors of
Yeah.
mariachi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We don't want to close anything out, but we can't trust any. I mean, we
Right.
can't promise anything.
Yeah.
I think Hiltunen could take the trumpet at least.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of Mexican songs that have accordion just as country music and bluegrass. So maybe that's a possibility.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that could work.
Cool. Well, guys, thank you for your time. If you could just send a greeting to all the audience from Monterrey Rock, and of course invite them to listen to your music in case they are not doing it already.
Well, hello, all the listeners of Monterrey Rock. This is Steve N Seagulls, and please listen to good music and see you soon in Mexico.
Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. If you can just remind us of your social media pages so everybody can go follow you.
Follow Steve N Seagulls on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and TikTok,
And YouTube.
and YouTube.
And YouTube. Perfect. Well, thank you, guys. I hope to see you in Mexico next year. I'll surely be there with a couple of beers and have a good time. And I hope to see you
Yeah.
soon.
Oh yes, looking forward.
Sounds
to it.
good.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Gracias.